What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're going to check out Resident Evil 3 again, but this time at 1440p. So, will it stay playable? I don't know. More than likely, but only one way to find out, and that is for us to go grab that good old cable that goes to the capture computer and plug it on in. It sure is nice to be able to just leave this thing in one spot all the time instead of taking all the USB out, taking them all in, out and in, every single time for every resolution. Man, that kind of had to wear the ports out a little bit, you would think, but all of them are still working just great to this day. A year and what is it, 5 months or so later now? So anyway, why don't we now go and get it hooked up to the capture computer and we'll go and see what it can do at 1440p.
Here we go with some 1440p now, so just like we did at 1080p, let's try maxing the thing out first. Ray tracing and all. Probably won't go well for us, but still fun to find out. It did better than I thought with 1080p ray tracing, but 1440p is a whole new ballpark, so don't think we'll be able to stay over 60 this time, but maybe we'll stay close, like down only 58 or something like that. But hey, let's start blabbering, get into the game, and we'll find out then. Here we go, maxed out. Basically, beginning of the game, I skipped like one spot where she was just having like a dream. And we'll see how we do with the frames. So far, we're doing pretty good, but I feel like once we get to the action-packed part, that's where it's going to probably drop.
Who could that be?
Well, let's pick up and find out.
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that
Not
you?
for long.
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain.
Less
You gotta get out
less
of there
asking,
right
more
now.
getting out of here.
Let me grab my...
See, if you didn't ask those questions and just started running, you wouldn't have gotten plastered by a bunch of wall. And I have to sneeze. And I don't want to. So as much as this sucks, I'm going to prevent myself from sneezing because I don't want to pause my recording, but I don't want to blast your guys' eardrums out with a sneeze. Man, that stings. I hate that. But still, I don't like burping and sneezing and doing all that stuff in people's ears either, so
What the hell is that thing?
that's just me. It's nothing off people that do that, because a lot of their fans probably enjoy that and think it's funny. You know, they wouldn't stick around with them if they were offended by those kind of actions, you would think, right? But me, it's just not me. Sure, I do that stuff when I'm by myself and don't have company or nothing. Sure, who cares?
What the hell? No way.
Yeah, all the way down to 54. Still, nowhere near as bad as I thought, and I think most people would still consider that completely playable. Because most people don't play with a frick. Now let's do the game's preset of maxed. And as I was saying before I got cut off, most people do not have a frame rate counter up in the corner like I do all the time for you guys. When I'm playing games normally, I do not have that up. Not unless I'm like, oh man, this feels a little strange. Let's see what kind of frames we're doing. I'll hit my little button, toggle on real quick, and then toggle back off once I get shit sorted out. Anyway, to the game. Here is the game's preset of maxed now. So we'll see what kind of frames we get. As far as I'm concerned, way more than playable so far, but we gotta wait till we get to those action-packed parts to really make that claim. That's where it was like dropping into the 50s once that guy busts through the wall and busts through the floor and all that good shit. But to get that started, we gotta go answer this phone, so let's go to the phone. The phone of champions. More like phone of getting your ass kicked.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Man, I bet she really wishes she had a Desert Eagle about now, but I don't even think that would do anything to him. He seems quite tanky. To take something like that down, you'd probably need a damn bazooka. And hell, who knows if that's even enough, you know?
What the hell? No way.
Surprise, motherfucker! Anyway, though, this is where we end, so let's go move on to the next graphics setting. Moving on to some ray tracing from max now. So, let's go see what that all does here. So, it does turn it on, of course, and instead of high, it does medium. Probably a smarter thing on a computer like this. But it also incorporates FSR. So, in my opinion, that kind of is like, well, yeah, you get cool lighting and whatever, but now it makes the rest of the game look softer and terrible. So, is it really worth it? Me, no. Anyway, to the game. Now we're on the ray traced preset here. So let's see if it can stay above 60 with their preset. And FSR helping it and all that stuff.
Who could that be?
All right, let's go pick up this phone. Get this thing on the road.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Yeah, he comes in and he doesn't really fuck around, does he?
What the hell is that thing?
That is a damn good question. I also would like to know that very much. And someone can either tell me, or I guess I'll find out when I start playing and get further. I'm sure they'll let me know.
What the hell? No way.
Alright, though, let's go ahead and use this opportunity to move on to the next preset. Next in line is graphics priority. So let's go see what that does here at 1440. Still has FSR 1.0 on ultra quality, but that's just the preset, so we're leaving it alone. And there we are, already reached the bottom, so let's go hop on into the game and we'll see how this mode does. Let's do some graphics priority now. And since there's no ray tracing, we got lots of FPS again. But unfortunately, the FSR really softens it up too much. And FSR is really not that important unless you really want to use that ray tracing. But like I was saying earlier, if you got to make the thing look soft and terrible in every other way just to get some fancy lighting and shadows or whatever this game ray traces, then I don't know. I personally don't think it's worth it. Because the whole point of ray tracing is supposed to make the whole visual experience look better.
Hello?
And if you have to make it look worse just to make it look better, does it really look better?
Listen,
Not in
you
my
gotta get
opinion.
out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
All right, you better get out of there.
What the hell is that thing?
It's about to throw a wall at you. All right, let's flee out this window.
What the hell?
That guy's not doing so hot. On to balanced preset now. So of course we gotta look through all of them real quick before we hop into the game. So let's go see what that does. No, you still, like, all these other ones have FSR from now on. So that's kind of lame, but it is what it is. We're just doing presets, and we've just reached the bottom. So let's go see how balanced does. Balanced preset time. So let's see how it do. And since it's balanced, the graphics have only gotten worse, so. Still though, want to be thorough and go through all the presets so people can pick and choose what one's best for them. Or they might go, hey, screw all those, I like this guy's settings at the end the best. And then you can just copy mine and be happy. Or take mine and be like, he's on the right track, but I would do this, that, and that. And at least it gives you a nice baseline. So that's why I do that.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain.
Oh,
You gotta
you're
get out
about
of
to
there
see what
right
he's talking
now.
about.
Let me grab my...
And right now.
What the hell is that thing?
Well, I'm sure we'll find out eventually. It'll take me a while to beat the other games to get to this point to find out, but heck, maybe I'll even find out in playing one of the other ones. Who knows? And be like, oh yeah, I saw him at the end of blank.
What the hell? No way.
But in any case, it is time for us to move on to the next preset. Performance priority preset time is now. So, let's go and take a quick look at what all that is. I guess it's a great way to not use VRAM. Geez, not even 2 gigs. Although I think this thing's a little overzealous with what it says anyway. We'll see what Afterburner says we're using. Although, my Afterburner could always just be telling us allocated and not what it's actually using. So, anyway, into the game we go. Here we go with some performance priority now. Lots of FPS, but not a lot of graphics. But I guess that's what happens when you prioritize performance over graphics, right? Kinda says what it's gonna do right in the name. And besides, could be worse. We've all seen much worse looking games than this looks right now, I'm sure.
Who could that be?
Well, why don't you mosey on over there and find out?
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Well, now we all know what he was talking about. All right. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I would have stayed and put my back against the door like that. Because it's not like her strength prevented the door from opening. Yeah, let's be honest. She just got lucky. Imagine getting punched in the back of or him punching the door and you're holding it, and next thing you know, you're cartoon Daffy Duck style up against a wall, and you're just toast. Because that was a metal door. Luckily that didn't happen. But I would have just kept fucking bowling. As soon as I got that door closed, I would have been like probably fucking 10 feet down there, or like 30 feet down that fucking hallway already. But parts like this, I am lucky to be really agile. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on now. Now we have the recommended preset, of course, before we get to my settings. So let's go see what that one does here real quick. This one definitely seems to use a little bit more VRAM. Still does use FSR though. Ultra quality to be exact. And alright, now let's go ahead and jump back into the game and see how recommended does. Alright guys, here we go with recommended preset. So definitely looks a lot better than some of the other ones, but still a little too soft for my liking because of that FSR. FSR 1.0 is just, like, even worse than DLSS 1.0, and I always called that Vaseline mode. It always just looked like somebody put just a very thin little bit of Vaseline all over your screen.
Who could that be? Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Yeah, she was probably going to say, let me grab my gun, but didn't get a chance to finish that sentence. Alright, time to go, 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 go. Go, go, gadget, run.
No way.
Alright, and now let's go move on to my settings. Alright guys, here we go with my settings now, so let's cruise through and check them out. So I'm not going to use FSR. And I did turn the mesh and shadow quality from max to high instead. And I turned some of this nonsense at the bottom off because I just don't like that shit fucking with my screen. But anyway, now that we got that out of the way, let's go hop in and see how my settings do. So now here's my settings. So we can see what the frame rate and the graphics and all that good stuff look like. Yep, definitely a lot clearer. Much better. So now it's time to go get our ass kicked for the upteenth time. But it's part of the benchmark run. And we're getting more than enough FPS. At least for a game like this, in my opinion anyway.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
I don't need a
Brad, is that
constant
you?
300
Listen,
FPS
you gotta get
to
out.
enjoy a game
What are
like
you
this.
talking about?
I don't have time to explain. You gotta get out of there right now.
All right, let me grab my...
Boom, boom, boom. Everybody say wayo. Yeah, that was close. That was more of an ah. Nothing good, and we need to get the fuck out of here.
What the hell? No way.
And, alright, this looks like it's time for us to go move on to some camera now.
Alright guys, let's get some camera recorded gameplay now. With my settings, of course. Alright, and yet again it's time for us to go get rocked by a freaking crazy zombie giant thing.
Hello?
Jill, are you okay?
Brad, is that you?
Listen, you gotta get out of there.
What are you talking about?
Yep, see that right there? Like, oh, I gotta get out of here? Alright, cool. I'd already been out that window. But that's just me. Then again, if I got kicked in the stomach like this, I would be dead. Or at least so incapacitated that it would just grab me like, alright, crush head, mission accomplished, I win. You know? Because guns sure don't seem to do too much to it.
What the hell is that thing?
It's our worst nightmare! What the hell indeed?
No way.
Yes way. All the way. Alright, let's just go a little bit farther, just like we did at 1080p here. Heck yeah, let's get out of here. Oh wait, just kidding. Get back in there. Run! Run! And then it's all like boom, and everything's all rubbly. Although I'm not gonna lie, I half expected him to just bust out and through another wall right about now. But alright, that seems like a good enough spot to stop. So let's go wrap this video on up now. Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Resident Evil 3 on the Asus G15 Advantage at 1440p, and a wrap for the game on the Asus G15 Advantage altogether. Unless somebody wants me to do 4K or something like that, don't mind doing that, but not very many people watching those videos, so that's why I stopped making them. But definitely don't mind making one every once in a while. But now, it's time for us to go see how the secondary computer handles it, and then the primary one after that. And then after a little bit of doing requests on the Ally, I will get to this game on the Asus Ally as well. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.